Hi, it's Ronnie and welcome to my channel and to Scraptember with the Scrappy Sisters and Laura and 30 Days of Sketches with Christy and a host of others. Uh, this is the sketch we'll be using and mine is going to be similar. It's going to start out that way. Only I'm going to move some of my flowers and greenery over. And this is my finished layout because I accidentally deleted most of the clips that went on here. I had two that I didn't delete and they were at the very end. So I am going to do a layout share. That picture is of my granddaughter Charlie and you can see she's climbing a wall. And because there's wood on there, it's made out of wood, I decided to use for my background wood grain paper, and that's some from Simple Stories, and it matched that wood that she's climbing up better than anything else I could find. And then it has actually journaling piece of paper all the way down the side that's not very thick. Only I'm not going to journal, so I just put a piece of P13 blueprint paper there. And this is what I meant by moving some of my flowers over. I decided to make a tire swing for my layout, and so I had to make a tire, of course. And I used my Creative Memory circle cutters and my notebook punch to make that. The gears that are on there are from the Tim Holtz gears. I think it's just called gears. It's like 28 dies in it, and they are pretty. They're really pretty gears. And then I fussy cut pages out from the P13. So I used one to make that sign there, label, whatever it is. And it says, "What does not kill you makes you stronger." And then on the back, I had fussy cut 3 sheets out of different things. On the back, I used, well, they look like tablets to me, electronic tablets. And I cut it in half so part would be up and below it and add some more color there. The flowers I used were from the simple, no, not simple, Spellbinders die, wreath die with flowers, and I just cut the wreath apart. And I intertwined the wreath into the chain that Colleen got me for my birthday, and it's Rosie Studios, and it's right there. You cannot see it very good in the picture I'm showing right now, but you can see it if you're looking at the layout. I just added the flowers to the top and they came with the wreath. And here I am going to show how to make the tire on here. I used my Creative Memories cutter. It's the smallest one. And I'm going to use the red cutter, which cuts as close as it can to the template, I guess you call it. And I'm going to do the inside and outside both. And I'm showing there that my chain is going all the way to the bottom of it like it's caught onto the tire. Yeah, I put so much stuff on there, it's kind of hard to see some of it. But you know me, I like to put more. But these cut out pretty easy. I don't know if y'all have any of the Creative Memory cutters, but I've had mine since right when I first started scrapbooking, and I still use them. And one thing you have to do, you got to be able to make sure you jiggle that paper and that is cut all the way around before you stop. It's very hard to line it back up if you move it. Well, I don't think I ever did. The few times that I tried, I don't think I did. I'll use scissors before I'll try to go ahead and use it. And if you look over there on the tire, see, there's me with scissors. I couldn't remember if I did it on this or not because I made this layout last week. Yeah, and accidentally deleted what I shouldn't have because I didn't realize what layout that was. I am looking for my, well, it's pretty close and pretty handy. It's my notebook punch, and it's the one with the squares. I have one with circles, but this is the one with the squares because I want the squares for my tire. And I got this little trick, sort of, kind of, from Dorothy, who's Scrapbooking Quebec here on YouTube. And she used the leftover pieces from hers one time on a castle. And I thought that'll work on my tire. So I am going to put some adhesive around the edge. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to show you how I did that since I deleted the clip from it. But just a little bit of dry adhesive. I wouldn't use liquid adhesive because it catches so well with the dry. And you just take it and you put it on there and try to kind of center it where on all those little squares that the bottom part of the square is behind the edge, and that way you only have the little chunks sticking out. And see, you have all those pieces. You can do the whole 12 inches. It took the whole 12 inches, I believe, to do that circle right there. I didn't have to cut any more out, and I might have had like one piece left or something. I can't remember, but it was really, really close if it wasn't exactly right. But that's the tire on there. And then I turned around and added some, with my gel pen, the highlights. And looking at it right now, I could have took, to make the edges look more rounded, before I added my little trim there, I could have took some white ink and used a blending brush and made the edges look a little bit white, and not do it very much, but just enough to make the edges look white and make it look more rounded on the outside. But I didn't think of it right then. But that's a thought in case you decide to make a tire swing. And on this side, I used my chicken wire die, and I cut it to put some on each side just to give it a little bit extra. Instead of doing a layer of paper, since there was no layer of paper on the original, I decided to add that instead. And I also used two of the labels that I had fussy cut out, and that one says, "I can and I will, watch me." And I took the arrow and pointed upward with it, and that's a Tim Holtz Artful Arrows, and it's one of the Sizzix steel rule dies. And I added a trindle of the vine, and see how the curls is? Almost every one of them got cut where the curl was at so that I could have the curl show up. I kind of like them. And I did layer my photo with two different cardstocks. One was, well, it's Memory Makers, I believe. It was an old paper pad that I had, and I pulled it out, and it had like 3 sheets, so I've been using it. But I did order me some Lagoon to use with this collection. And y'all see Charlie right there? She's getting pretty close to the top. She's such a tiny thing, it's a wonder they weren't spaced too far apart for her. But yeah, that's my granddaughter. And this is the upper left-hand corner, and of course I did use one of the labels that was on that whole page that I fussy cut apart, and it says you can never know what you can do until you try. And so I thought that went pretty good with the photo on the layout. I took one of the gears and cut it in half and put the larger half at the bottom and tucked the other half at the top. And then of course I added a little bit of my vine there with some of the flowers. And if you look at the sprinkling on there, that is Cameo by Mr. Huey. And it looks pink in the bottle. It looked pink when I put it on the cardstock. Some of them was changing color, so I have to check. And once you get it on there, it's more of a very light brown, not too much pink to it. But I liked it. It looks kind of like they just got wet early in the morning, and you know how things look wet? I think these look wet. Now, this is the right-hand side of the photo, and basically I did the same thing I did on the left, but I took one of the flowers and overlaid it onto the photo itself instead of just having it go straight down, because you know that is a wreath, it is circled, so it wasn't quite straight, and I could have kind of tilted the other way, but I thought I like it on the photo, so I went ahead and I left it. Now, this is my title, and it is Storybook by Tim Holtz and Sizzix, and this is the lowercase. I don't have the uppercase, but it says up there on the sketch large title. So I thought, well, I'll pick out the largest one that I have. I thought I was about doing the tall and thin, but then I decided I wanted to do this one instead. And I did put a little flower on the, well, 3 of the letters on there rather than just have it plain and sitting there in that corner. Now, here's a different view of the tire, and I brought it up so that you could see, well, I'd already had it taken. It was just in the edited video stuff. Anyway, you can see the chain, how the flowers are actually going through and tucking under in the chain on the tire. But yeah, that's the end of my layout. And I'm so sorry I got carried away on my deleting. I was trying to clean my card off so I could do more. And I didn't do them usually, well, usually I do them right in order. However, I had one, I think it was punched out Thursday, come up, and that video was at the end or in the middle or something. I don't remember where it was at, but I got carried away, yeah, and deleted. So layout share instead. And if you look down there below, you will see all the others that are doing the Scraptember and 30 days of sketches. Some of them's doing it every single day of the month. So that means a hop every day of the month. And we're getting right here at the end now. So y'all have had lots of inspiration. I'm trying to get all these done ahead of time so I can watch the videos and sit back, relax, and enjoy the inspiration myself. So all of these layouts that you've been seeing were either done in July or August. And I didn't do them in order. I tried that, but I kind of scrap by inspiration. I look at a photo and scrap by inspiration. I just noticed how long this video is, and all it is a layout share. I didn't even do a process, but sorry. If you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. If you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. Thank you all for watching my video, and I hope you all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.